afternoon, Toastmasters members and guests. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to tell you the journey of how I came to own my home right here in Jersey City. I lived in Brooklyn for years. I love Brooklyn. I'm single. It's the best place to live in the country if you're single. It's been ranked. There's a great neighborhoods. There's bars. There's a local bar where I used to live in Bed-Stuy, where they knew my name when I walked in there, and half the time I didn't even have to pay for my drinks. The bartender was cute. I loved Brooklyn. I lived in a brownstone. On the top floor, I had the entire floor to myself. The bathroom and kitchen were in the hallway, and they were kind of exposed. But my living room, my den, and my bedroom were separate and private. And I felt like I was in the Crooklyn movie by Spike Lee. I was living that wonderful life. There were some drawbacks. First of all, I had to give up my pets. I had a cat, Tina Marie, and Buenos Noches. I had to find homes for them. The landlord didn't like cats. Also, the landlord wouldn't let me paint or decorate in any way. That gets old after a while. But the straw that broke the camel's back was, why I decided to buy a home was when the landlord's daughter moved in. And the daughter looked like me, cute, tall, thick. She had caramel skin. She looked like Sanaa Lathan, the movie star Sanaa Lathan. She had a criminal thug boyfriend, and they fought all the time, and they would fight. They would fight, and the police would come to the house, and they would fight. And I was like, I gotta move. I don't like it. I don't like this anymore. But what happened was, one day he borrowed her car when she was asleep, and he pocket dialed her, and she decided to eavesdrop because she was mad her car was gone. So she thought he was with another woman. So she tried to eavesdrop, and what she heard was this: "Get the money, get the money, go, get the car, hurry up, get the car, get the car. The police, we gonna call the police." She heard them robbing a bodega. Oh. She heard her boyfriend pulling a caper in her car. And she had a brand new Mitsubishi. I don't even know. It was a nice car. So I decided to move. But I didn't really. So when I started looking, the Bed-Stuy was gentrifying. So what I was paying in rent there, $900 a month, I could no longer find a one-bedroom in Bed-Stuy for $900 a month. They were all $2,000 a month, $2,200 a month. I said, well, I can own a house for that. But I didn't really have house buying money. What I did have was a good friend named Cheryl. Cheryl was a cute, short sister. She was a Wharton grad and a Citibank executive, an ex-Citibank executive. And she charged me $100, and she helped me clean up my credit, and my credit score rose by 50 points when Verizon forgave a debt. And it was amazing. And I said, well, I still don't have a down payment. She said, no, we're going to get you a house with 100% financing. I said, what? She said, yes, we're going to get you a house with 100% financing. So she said, go on nyc.gov, lottery, housing lottery. So I went on nyc.gov and I applied for all the lotteries in Harlem and in Brooklyn, and I won. I won the lottery. I was so excited. I won a brownstone on Gates and Green in Bed-Stuy for $650,000. They were going to grant me the $250,000 needed for deposit, lawyer fees, closing costs. Wow. But upon further examination, because I worked at Bear Stearns on the trading floor, I made $500 over the maximum amount you're allowed to make. They said if I had children, which I do not, They said if I had children, I would have qualified. I said, well, I didn't birth any babies. So I had to give up on that, and I was heartbroken. But my friend was like, look, don't worry about it. We're still going to help you. We're still going to get you a house. I'm like, oh. But she said, look, go on NACA.com, NACA.com, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. They offer 100% financing, and you don't have to be dirt poor. You just have to go to their classes, and you have to be patient because they're slow, because they're a nonprofit organization founded to help people buy their homes. So I went to NACA. They said I had to take these classes. I had an attitude about it because I'm like, I'm a Purdue grad. I shouldn't have to take, I work at Bear Stearns on the trading floor. I shouldn't have to take these classes. But I did need the classes, or else why did I need them? If I had a lot of money in savings and I was a good investor, I needed the classes. I learned a lot from the classes. I learned that I was trying to buy a home for $350,000. I really could only afford about $200,000. And they granted me 100% financing for $215,000. All I had to do was find a place to live that only cost $215,000. So that left Brooklyn off the market. That was no more Brooklyn. I decided to look in Jersey City. Jersey City is close to Manhattan. I was familiar with Jersey City. I felt like I could still hang out with my friends. I'd have a place to park. And I decided to look around here. But I found a place in Union City that was 750 square feet. It was a condo. It didn't have parking, but I didn't care. It was close to the city. And I was 30 days before closing. Not even 30 days, like 10 days before closing, I lost my job. Oh, wow. Bear Stearns, the market crashed, and Bear Stearns let go of everybody. Everybody. And I cried and cried. They will not let you close if you don't have a job. So I cried for 2 months. But while I was crying, I was also interviewing. And I landed here at AXA. After working here 30 days, NACA reinstated my grant. And I was able to buy this home. It's not pretty, you know. It's no Taj Mahal. But I was able to buy this. I live on the bottom 2 floors. I have parking. I have a backyard. I have 2 cats. I'm very, very happy there. It's not the same as living in Brooklyn, where with the single life and the nightlife isn't as great. But I just get in my car and drive and go where I want to go. And it's my house. I applicate in the yard. I love it. It's my house and I live here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tawana. That was a great story.
Yes.
I think we all learned a few things about